I've got some news that I want to share with you guys today about the Artist Series, and I'm really excited because production is going to begin this week. So I want to talk a little bit about the schedule and when you guys can start to expect to see some of these videos. And if you are new to the show or you have no idea what I'm talking about, this is a project that I've had in mind for quite some time that involves doing short films on living photographers, and something I've always wanted to incorporate into the show. But what's kept me from doing that are the costs associated with doing a lot of traveling and being able to go to artist studios to interview them and do these short films. So last year I decided to do a crowdfunding campaign to see if I could fund maybe one or two videos to get the ball rolling on this. And thanks to the awesomeness and generosity from this audience, this is now, I mean, we're way overfunded, and this is a project I'm going to be working on through most of the year. And so I'm totally excited. I've contacted I've contacted many, but I've got about 10 photographers that I've gotten verbal commitments from so far, and I have the first 4 scheduled. And so this week I'm going to begin in Dallas, then I'm going to Los Angeles, and then I'm going to be coming back here for about a week and a half, then I'm headed to New York to wrap this up. One of the things that I've been thinking about during this whole process is how I want to release these, and do we want to wait until the end of the year and just do them all at once, or do I want to release them as I go, or what's the best way to do this? Because these films are going to be special. They're going to be something that's just different than the regular stuff that I do here, and so I want to treat them as such. And I think the best way to do this is kind of what's taken shape, is I'm going to do these in groups. And so the first group will be released, I'm looking at probably March right now, so I'm going to be filming these over the next couple weeks, and it'll be 4 photographers. The first thing you'll see is there'll be a trailer that comes out, and when you see the trailer, you'll know who the 4 photographers are, and then you'll know when those videos will be released, and I'll probably do a photographer a week from there. And then once that's done, I'll be in production on the second group, and then I'll release those, so we're looking at probably late spring, early summer, and then in the fall we'll have the third group, and if I have enough budget left, I will do a 4th group as well. So I'm just working on a lot of things, like trying to maximize if I'm going to be in a major city like New York or Los Angeles, can I do more than one person on that trip? So those are some of the things that I'm working on to try to get this as far as we can and to make this as big a deal as we can. Now, I have not announced any of the photographers yet, and I know I'm teasing you by doing that, but for me, I want to keep this something that has a little bit of a surprise to it, that's a little bit special, and so I want to wait and unveil those, and you'll see them in the trailer. I think that has a bigger impact than if I just tell you who they are. I will hint at this, though, that everyone I've talked to so far has been somebody who I have covered on the show. So it's somebody that if you follow the show, you will likely know their work and who they are. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. The other thing I'm trying to balance in here that I'm going to be doing, not so much in this first group, but moving forward, is the first group, all 4 people are pretty big names. And what I also want to do is, if I have opportunities to, there's kind of a class of photographer I always refer to as the deserving many. And I mean people who do incredible work on a really high level, but for whatever reason don't have the recognition that they deserve. So being able to work some of those components in with the show as well, I think is going to be exciting. One thing that's, I didn't expect that's been really special to me is, when I finally get in contact with a photographer and we start to talk about what's possible, and they check out the show and, oh wow, I didn't know you talked about this stuff, and then we start talking, other ideas start to come up. And so I'm hoping that just in doing these videos and in working with these people, that this is able to start to move in a direction that takes it somewhere maybe unexpected or different than I would have planned on just on my own before. So that's kind of part of the fun in all of this. So I'm totally excited about this, and I will keep you guys up to date. Next week when I'm in Los Angeles, I have some other surprises lined up just for the show. And so one of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to an art fair out there called Classic Photographs LA, and I'll link that in the show description. It's an interesting art fair. It's mostly, there'll be some photographers there, but it's going to be a lot of dealers and galleries as well, and some amazing classic photograph prints. And so I'm hope that I'm able to film in there some and share that with you guys, because I think that's going to be a lot of fun and something very interesting. And I'm going to that to do some networking for the Artist Series, in addition to working with some artists in LA. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm totally stoked with what the next couple weeks are going to bring. So if you guys have any questions on anything, feel free to leave a comment. And if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like it and share it with your friends, and as always, subscribe, not only to this channel, but also I will put all the social media links below too, because I do talk about what I'm doing quite a bit. And so if you guys want to keep up with all this stuff, that's the best way to do it. So subscribe, and until the next video, I'll see you then. Later.